YouTube, what is going on today? This video has been out for some years now, 5 years now, 204,000 views. It's probably been seen by a lot more than 204,000 people just for the one simple part where he goes, "You most lifters will never bench 315." So yeah, you've probably seen this video if you're interested in bench press, stuff like that. And as a lifter who has now bench pressed 515 pounds raw, 520 in reps, I find it, I think it's going to be pretty interesting to figure this out. Now, honestly, without actually listening to the video, I'm one of the people that believe just about every man on this earth could bench 315 as long as they weigh over 150 pounds. But he may have a different opinion, and the way he explains it may be different than like the way I would explain it. So let's just jump into this, and I'm going to give my honest opinion. So like and subscribe to him. Go watch the original video, and let's get it.
Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to talk about why many lifters struggle to get to a 315 pound bench. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. And if you're interested, I'm offering a free first month of coaching.
Real quick, I do have to say before actually watching this, this guy is definitely jacked. He's definitely big. But I'm going to skip on over here. Let's get it.
Over on my Instagram, I posted today, and when you see this video, it'll be yesterday. You can head over to my Instagram at Ben the Barman. I was talking about a 315 pound bench. Somebody left a comment, was confused about my statement that said 315 pounds is a good intermediate goal, and I explained myself. Made the comment that if you're 180 pounds and under, it's very unlikely you'll ever hit a 315 pound bench press. Not many.
Now, so that is the part that everybody has seen. And while I say yes, I think that just about anybody could bench 315 as long as they weigh over 150 pounds. I have to agree 100% with this topic. And the reason, or with the statement, the reason I have to agree with the statement is because it's a fact. Walk in the gym. How many people under 180 pounds can bench 315? And so it is a fact that it's very unlikely. It's very unlikely. But it still means, but in my opinion, that doesn't mean that you can't bench it. It doesn't mean that it won't happen. I think if you really want to do it, you can do it. But it is very unlikely. So I have to agree with him on that part.
Many men will do so, and that's the truth. And he said, no matter how hard you try. And I completely agree with him. And this is why you see so many folks struggling.
So he said he completely agrees. I'd say I agree 75% of the statement. I agree with the part many men will not bench 315 pounds weighing 180 or less. I agree with that portion. No matter how hard you try, I don't agree with.
To get their bench up, because quite honestly, they probably don't weigh enough to really have a good shot at getting their bench up. In my experience over the years, the bench more than any other lift for me, and I would say for quite a few other lifters, responds best to food intake. When I'm in a calorie deficit, I notice my bench press, for an extended period of time, I notice my bench press seems to struggle the most. And when I'm in a calorie surplus, it's a really good way to get my bench press strength up. So if you are struggling with your bench and your weight is under 180 pounds, one of the best tactics, one of the best things you can do if you're obsessed with bench press strength is to get your weight up. Now, I don't want you to go out and just start overeating like crazy. That's a foolish game to play. I don't want to get anybody fat. If you're going to put on weight, you need to put it on slow and controlled. The name of the game.
Now, he is right, 1,000% right. Oh, I paused him. I paused him on a weird space. But he is 100% right about gaining weight. Now, under 180 pounds, it is exceptionally hard to bench 315. I should say that. That should be one of the first things that anyone says. But judging off of a touch and go, maybe saying that your true pause max is 295, if you go on openpowerlifting.com, it's clear to see that many people weighing 181 and under have benched 315. In the same token, 315 at 180 is not like that insane of a bench. Now, it's very impressive, great for anybody who's done it, but it isn't that next level unheard of. You see what I'm saying? 405 at 180, however, that is pretty much next level unheard of. That's just about the equivalent of 500 at 230. You see what I'm saying? It's about the same unheard ofness. Holy crap, did I just make a word? But realistically, any person's frame saying that you're 5'5" or taller, even 5'4" or taller, could hold 200 pounds and look okay. Now, I'd really say 200 pounds doesn't start to look like decent until you're 5'7" or taller. But realistically, anybody who's 5'5" or taller, their frame could hold 200 pounds. But even if you're 5'5" and you weigh 180 pounds, you're 5'5", 180 pounds, you are a thick guy. Your leverages are already built for bench press, I would like to say. You see what I'm saying? So
in fitness, in lifting, in strength, in muscle building is not rapid fat gain. You have to be slow and controlled with your weight gain.
That's true.
So you're adding muscle, so you're adding strength without turning into a big fat tub of lard. So don't go out.
I've done that before. So I'm sorry I keep on breaking this video down, but that's what this is. So yes, when I was a sophomore in high school, I weighed 210 pounds, 205 pounds. I don't know. I think I was 210. And, so we were looking at the weight classes, and I was getting a little bit bigger, and I was going to my first powerlifting meet. And me and my dad sat down and we talked. We're like, okay, so do you want to go 220 or do you want to go 242? And being a football player, playing the D line in specific, I was like, well, I'm going to continue to get bigger. That was my goal originally, was to get stronger for football. So I sat down with my dad and I was like, all right, I'll go 242 for this meet. And so I had to weigh above the 220 mark. And so I had about 6 months to do so. I went from 215 at the beginning, like 210, 215, all the way up to like 240. Morning weight was like 235, weighed in 234, I think. And I did become this big tub of lard that he's talking about. So slow and controlled weight gain, I recommend 100%. But also do note, if you did screw up already, if you did already put on all this weight, like rapid weight gain like that, it's there. Like you look like crap. You're not happy with it. I wouldn't recommend just cutting it all off either. Because while I didn't look the best for a solid year, maybe year and a half, my strength just skyrocketed. It was nonstop strength gain. Like, it was some of the funnest lifting of my life. So if you are there and you can sacrifice like your image in the mirror for maybe a year and a half, you will have a fun time lifting, and you may actually feel good about yourself even though you don't look the way you want to look.
Piling in the calories. Be slow and controlled. Have a reasonable amount of weight gain. And if you're not sure what that is, hit me up on Instagram or drop a comment down below. I can help you out. But you want to have a reasonable, slow, and controlled weight gain. You have to be patient and you have to be persistent. It's not like you can go out and start shoveling 8,000 calories a day and see a huge increase in your bench press in the next month. Yeah, you probably hit a bench press PR or two. I would not doubt that. But it's not like you're going to add 50 pounds on your bench press in a month if you start eating 8,000 calories a day. Most likely you'll never get out of the damn toilet to even get to the gym. Your butthole will hurt from wiping it so much. So if you are someone that's weight is under 180 and you are struggling to increase your bench press strength, one of the main reasons why is because of your weight. You need to take seriously a slow, controlled bulk, a slow, controlled rate of weight gain. And if you ever want to get your bench above 315, and this is not a generalization for everybody, but for the vast majority of people, you're going to have to get your weight up to 190, 200, 210, or 220 to have a reasonable shot.
All right. So I agree with most of what he said there, but I do want to say I don't think that he brought height into proper conclusion. And the reason for this is, if anybody knows my friend Kaz lifts on Instagram right here. If you look at this picture, you look at him, you're probably going to think, hold on, let me make sure you guys can see that. Kaz lifts right here. If you guys look at him, you'd probably think he's weighing 220, 230. I mean, the dude looks huge in this, right? But what they're not accounting for is the fact that Kaz is 5'6", and he does weigh 170 pounds. I'm almost 1,000% sure he's benched 315, maybe a little bit under back in his powerlifting arc when he was in high school, at weighing like 140, 150 at the time. So honestly, I feel like the height has a lot to do with it, because this is Kaz at 170 pounds. That's a 175-pound man, 170-pound man that you're looking at right there, compared to where he's talking about, like 180, where he may be saying 6 feet tall, 180 pounds. So I feel like height has a lot to do with it as well. But if you are under 180 pounds, it is very unlikely you'll ever bench 315. But I do believe also that any man that wants it bad enough will be able to bench 315. So if you're under 180 right now, it's not going up. You're weighing 150. Your dream is to bench 315. What did we pick up from that video? Go eat, train hard, and it'll come. Be patient with it. So guys, let me know what you thought about my reaction to this. Go ahead, like and subscribe. Blakewendt signing out. Where is my mouse? Peace.